Hello, hello. What's up, roaming yogis? Welcome back to the mat. And welcome to our first quarter moon practice. So we're following the moon cycle here this month. And last week was the new moon. We practiced a new moon yin practice to sort of tune in and to set our intentions for this lunar cycle. Today, at the first quarter moon, we revisit those intentions and we specifically look at where we might be encountering resistance or what obstacles might be starting to arise in our effort to fulfill those intentions. So first quarter moon is when we start to see some of those challenges, those obstacles, that bit of resistance towards those intentions. Is a half moon. The first quarter moon is a half moon, so we'll be playing a bit with Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. I'm going to recommend for today's practice having a strap and at least one block handy. If you like to have two blocks, please feel free to have two blocks. If you want to have a blanket or bolster or anything else handy, go ahead and grab that as well. And before we dive in, make sure you come join us in the online tribe. That link is in the description below. Come on in and join us. Alrighty, go ahead, grab your props, unroll your mat, and I'm going to meet you coming onto your back, just like your Shavasana. Alrighty, so coming to lie all the way on your back, make sure that your strap is within hand's reach, that you can easily reach and grab for that, and then come to lie all the way back, extending the legs long. So just like your Shavasana, take a moment here, feeling the weight of your body supported by the earth beneath you. And we'll come into 10 mindful breaths. So really staying with each inhale and exhale. And as you do, allow your new moon intention or intentions to come back to mind. So what is it that you'd like to see come to fruition over the course of this lunar cycle? And in the past week, what challenges or obstacles have you noticed that have started to arise? And for now, we're simply going to observe those things, those places of resistance, acknowledge their existence. And over the course of the next week, we do the work to move past those obstacles, to move through the resistance. So for the moment, taking note of where those challenges lie for you. Taking one more mindful breath here. And then hugging both knees into the chest. Giving them a squeeze, maybe a gentle little rock side to side. And there's our rooster. Go ahead and bring the sole of the left foot flat onto your mat. Go ahead and grab your strap and take the strap underneath the sole of the right foot. And then extend the right foot up towards the sky. So coming into a Supta Parangushtasana, I'm feeling the sensations present in the right hamstring and the right calf. So flexing the right foot back towards the face and gently bringing the leg in towards the body. It's early, we haven't warmed up yet, so don't pull too hard. We're not forcing, we're simply exploring what's present. And you can leave the sole of the left foot flat on the earth, or you can begin to extend the leg long on the mat if that feels okay. And then bring sole of the left foot flat onto the mat once again. Release the strap from the right foot and take the right knee and stack it right on top of the left, like you're sitting like a lady. You can move your strap to the side and drop both knees over towards the left, coming into a twist. The right shoulder is going to stay on the earth, and you can bring the gaze over towards the right side. Go ahead and lift back up to center. Bringing sole of the right foot onto the earth next to the left, and then hugging left knee in towards the chest and taking the strap underneath the sole of the left foot. Extending left foot up towards the sky, and then finding that gentle stretch along the back of the left leg. Right foot can stay where it is, or you can begin to extend the right leg long on your mat. And you can begin to notice any differences in sensation between your right and left side. One side usually feels a bit tighter or more open. And so without labeling one as good or bad, simply observe what is present. And then bending the right knee, bringing sole of the right foot flat onto the earth, releasing the strap and stacking the left knee on top of the right and dropping the knees over towards the right side, keeping left shoulder on the earth and bringing the gaze over towards the left side. And lifting back up to center. Hug the knees back into the chest, give them a squeeze. And then begin to roll yourself forward and back. You can take a few rolls on the back if it feels good on your back. It can be kind of like a little massage. And see if you can keep the feet hovering just above the earth every time you roll up. So keeping the feet lifted. And let's take 2 more like this. Roll up. And 1 more, roll back and roll up. And this time stay right here, Navasana, boat pose. So the feet can hover just above the mat. You can bring the shins to parallel with the earth. You can keep the hands behind the thighs, or you can release the arms next to the legs. Maybe straightening the legs. Maybe. Now from here, we're going to lower into Ardha Navasana. So option to bring the hands onto the mat just behind you. We're going to lower halfway, and then lift back up, Navasana. So option to keep the hands back behind you to give you a little bit of support. Go ahead and lower halfway, and lift. Lower halfway, and lift. Lower, and lift. Lower, and lift. And lower, and stay. Slowly lift the right leg towards the sky. Keep the left foot hovering above the earth. Arms are reaching forward. And slowly, slowly, slowly switch the legs. Slowly, slowly, slowly switch your legs. And switch. And switch. And switch. Switch, right leg lifts. And switch, left leg lifts. And then hug the knees into the chest, lower the shoulders onto the earth. And then roll yourself up and make your way into tabletop position, hands and knees. So waking up a little bit of that inner fire, help you power through any obstacles that might be presenting themselves for you here. Start to move through your cat-cow here, inhaling to drop the belly. Lift the heart, lift the tailbone. As you exhale, press the earth away, round the spine. Inhale, open the heart, arch. Exhale, round. One more like this, inhale. And exhale. From here, make your way into your downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up high. Coming into any movement that speaks to you here, if movement speaks to you. So maybe pedaling the feet, bending deeply into one knee, the other. Maybe shifting hip side to side. Exploring movement within this down dog shape. And when you feel that you are satisfied with movement, you can begin to find stillness. And on an inhale, come forward into plank pose. Shoulders right over the wrists. The hands and the feet should be in position, or in the same position between plank and downward facing dog. So navel pulls up to spine. Bring the gaze towards the front edge of your mat. Keep the legs super strong. Take one more inhale. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, press the earth away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Begin to walk the feet up to the hands. Come to hip width distance with the feet. Keep a bend in the knees and let the torso and head hang heavy. So you can shake out the head here, yes and no, maybe so. Really letting the head hang down. Bending the knees as much as you'd like here. And then maybe exploring some movement. So a gentle sway side to side, shifting the weight on the feet. Maybe feeling a big stretch along the entire back of the body. From the ankles, up through the calves, the hamstrings, into the hips and the low back, and through the middle, upper back, into the neck. And on your next inhale, lift halfway, reach crown of the head forward. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, stay right here. Keep a bend in the knees. Bring hands to hips. And as you inhale, come to stand with a flat back. Lovely. Come into your Tadasana mountain pose. So the big toes will touch. Slight gap in between the heels. The legs are very active and awake, so feel the kneecaps pulling up towards the hip points. Feel that the feet are alive, so lifting the arches of the feet. Go ahead and hook the thumbs in front of the body as you inhale. Lift the arms high, shine the heart up towards the sky, gentle back bend. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold over the legs. Step the right foot way back. Inhale to open the heart towards the front of your mat. As you exhale, plant the palms, step left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come on forward into your plank pose. As you exhale, lower the knees and then the torso all the way to the earth. Inhale, open the heart, cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale here to open the heart to the front of your mat. As you exhale, step the left foot up to meet the right and fold. Hook the thumbs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Lift the heart towards the sky. And as you exhale, fold right back down, hinging at the hips. Take the left foot way back. Inhale, open the heart. Plant the palms, step the right foot back as you exhale. Inhale, plank pose. As you exhale, lower the knees and bend the elbows, lower the torso to the earth. Inhale, open the heart, cobra pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step left foot in between the hands. Inhale, open the heart to the front of your mat. As you exhale, step the right foot up to meet the left as you fold. Hook the thumbs. Inhale, rise, shine the heart up. Exhale, bring the palms to touch at heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Release the hands, arms next to the body. Close down the eyes, take a moment. Feeling the heart beating in your chest. The first quarter moon is the time to come face to face with your challenges. It's a time to make decisions about how you will pursue your intentions and how you will take on those challenges or obstacles. So this is really a time to begin taking action. Go ahead and open the eyes, and as you inhale, lift the arms up high. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift the gaze, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, step back, plank pose. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, option to lower the knees or keep them lifted for chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, step the right foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee onto the earth. And if you have 2 blocks, you might want a couple blocks underneath the hands. Here, we're going to flow between this low lunge and an Ardha Hanuman. So hands can be on blocks or they can be on the earth. You can untuck the back toes. We're going to inhale here, opening the heart towards the front of the mat. And as we exhale, we're going to pull the hips back and straighten the right leg as we lower the torso over the leg. Inhale, come on forward. And exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale, back. One more, inhale forward. And exhale, back. Go ahead and rebend the knee. The left palm is going to stay flat. Option to keep it on your block if you'd like, or bringing it onto the earth. And we're going to take some big circles with the right arm. So the right arm is going to come forward, all the way up, around to the back, and then down and forward, up, around, back, and down. And on your next one, you're going to keep the arm reaching towards the back of your mat and then bend the left knee, bringing the left foot up into the right hand. Maybe using your strap here if you need to close the distance here to reach for the foot. Open the chest really actively towards the right leg. Notice if you're collapsing down into the left shoulder, and press the earth away. Allow the shoulder blades to glide back and down as you pull the left leg in gently towards the seat and continue to spin the chest open towards the right leg. And then gently, without slingshotting the left foot, gently release it. Bring the right hand down to the outside of the right foot. You're in your low lunge again. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Bring the left heel onto the earth at a 90-degree angle. We're coming into warrior two, and then lifting the torso. So you've got heel of the front foot intersecting the arch of the back foot. Right knee bends. Make sure that the right knee is not buckling in towards the midline. So press outwardly with the right thigh. Strong warrior two, gazes just over the right middle finger. Go ahead and straighten the right leg. You're going to reach long with the right arm. The torso comes long over the right leg, keeping the chest open to the side of your mat. Right hand comes down, maybe onto the shin, maybe onto a block, as the left arm extends to the sky for Trikonasana triangle pose. So you've got two straight legs. Keep the legs really active, so kneecaps pulling up towards the hip points. Don't allow the knees to lock out here. Notice if your chest is kind of collapsing down. If you feel that the left shoulder is kind of coming forward, then you need to find a little bit more lift so that you can find that open chest towards the side of your mat. Yeah, if that makes sense. Now from here, we're going to come into half moon pose. So bring left hand onto the left hip. Bring a bend into the right knee. Right hand is going to come onto the earth. 1, 2 spaces in front of the right leg and 1 space out towards the right. Option to bring a block into that space. Heel toe the left foot in as you shift the weight onto the right leg. So again, we have the hips, we have the chest. Everything is open to the side of your mat. Left arm will lift up towards the sky. Really strong lifted leg. So reaching through the left heel. Root down through the right big toe mound. Maybe the gaze will lift up towards the left fingertips. Maybe you keep the gaze on the earth. Taking one more inhale here. And as you exhale, bend the right knee deeply. Step the left foot way back. Find your warrior two stance. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands onto the earth. And you'll step the right foot back. Take a vinyasa here. Or you can head straight to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. And then take the left foot, step it in between the hands, please. Right knee onto the earth. And again, you might want some blocks underneath the hands as we come into this low lunge Ardha Hanuman flow. Inhale, open the heart to the front of your mat. Exhale, pull the hips back as you straighten left leg. Inhale, bend, come on forward. And exhale, pull back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Inhale, rebend the left knee. The right palm will come flat, taking circles with the left arm. So the left arm comes forward, up, and then reaches back, and then comes back down. And again, big old circles. 2 more like this. And on this last one, you're going to keep reaching towards the back of your mat. Bend at the right knee, bringing the right foot up into the left hand, maybe using your strap. Notice if you're kind of collapsing down here to reach, spin the chest open towards the left leg, press the earth away with the right arm. A lot of things going on. Gently, without slingshotting the right foot, let it go. Left hand onto the earth, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Right heel comes down. Make sure that you've got the heel of the front foot intersecting the arch of the back foot. And then lift up into your warrior two. Strong warrior sitting down into the left leg. Make sure the left knee's not buckling inward. So finding an external rotation in the legs here. So this is a hip opening posture. And then straightening the left leg, reaching long over the left leg, coming into your Trikonasana triangle pose. When you cannot reach any further, left arm comes down, maybe onto the shin, maybe onto a block, as the right arm reaches up towards the sky. And super active legs here. From here, bring the gaze towards the left foot, right hand onto the hip, bend into the left knee. Left hand is going to come 2 spaces in front of the left foot, 1 space out to the left. Heel toe the right foot in, and then bring all the weight onto the left leg. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Root down through the big toe mat of the left foot. Really actively reach back with the right heel. Right arm will extend up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze turns up towards the right fingertips. Maybe not. Make sure that the belly's staying active here. So notice if you're kind of like splaying the ribs out. See if you can try to close the space between the hips and the low ribs, like the hip points and the lower ribs. One more inhale here. Bend deeply into the left knee. Step the right foot way back. Find your warrior two stance. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, cartwheel hands to the earth. Take the left foot back and Vinyasa or downward facing dog. And then from here, you can step or hop the feet to the top of your mat. On an inhale, lift the gaze, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold over the legs. As you inhale, come to rise all the way up to stand, lift the arms high. And exhale, hands into heart. And from here, we're going to come into dancer pose. And we're going to play with a dancer pose into a Chopasana transition. So Chopasana is the half moon variation where you're holding onto the lifted foot. And so we're going to play with coming into that from dancer pose. So I'm going to recommend having we're going to start with the right foot down. So having the block in position, the same position where you would have it for your half moon. So if you know that for half moon, this is where you like to have your block positioned there in case you want it for this transition. So you can actually place, if you have 2 blocks, you can place both your blocks kind of in position there for this. And then from here, we're going to begin with the right foot on the earth, lifting the left foot. So bring the left foot up towards your glute and then reach back you can hold on to the inside or the outside edge. Holding on to the inside edge will give you this sort of opening in the shoulder. It kind of makes you rotate the arm this way. So if you'd like a bit more of that shoulder opening, you can take hold of the inside of the foot. And then from here, the right arm will lift high and you'll begin to press the left foot into the hand, finding your Natarajasana dancer pose. Keeping your gaze really nice and steady. And then leaning the torso forward as you continue to press the left foot into the left hand. Now from here, this is where we transition. So you're going to bring your gaze towards the earth and take this hinge forward a little bit further. So the torso is going to come further, further, further forward. Take the right hand and reach it towards the earth. And here you begin to lower the torso until the right hand comes maybe onto your block or maybe onto the earth. And then here, begin to feel for an opening of the chest and the torso, the hips towards the side of your mat. So you're in that half moon shape. And maybe the gaze lifts. It's just like, it's a whole bunch of maybes. If none of this is working, you can come into your half moon pose the same way that we came into it before. So find what works for you. And then if you have the left foot, go ahead and gently release it. Ooh, find your half moon pose. Extending the left leg long. And then from here, bring the left hand down towards the earth, square the hips, and bring the left foot next to the right, and fold over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. And as you inhale, come all the way up to stand, lift the arms. Exhale, hands into heart. Alrighty, we'll play with that on the other side. So, pouring all the way down into the left foot, feeling yourself really root down through the left side, lifting the right foot back, and then taking hold of inside or outside edge of the right foot or the right ankle, depending on what's most comfortable for you. Lifting left arm high and pressing the right foot into the hand as you find an opening in the heart. And then beginning to lean the torso forward. And then taking that lean a little bit further. And then bringing the left hand to reach for the earth and continuing to lower the torso towards the earth. Maybe coming onto a block, maybe hand onto the earth. And then feel that your hips and chest open towards the right side of your mat. And maybe the gaze lifts up towards the sky. If you have the right foot, gently release it. Find your Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. And then bring the right hand towards the earth. Square the hips and lower the right foot next to the left. And fold over the legs. From here, bend the knees deeply, squat down super low, and come to sit. From here, we'll come into a TP twist. So, soles of the feet will be flat on the earth in front of you. Make sure you're sitting up on sit bones, not rolling back on tailbone. If you feel like you're kind of rolling back here, bring a blanket or a small cushion underneath your seat so that your spine can sit up nice and tall. So soles of the feet are flat on the earth in front of you. Feet and legs are together. You're going to hug the legs with the left arm. Bring the right hand behind you like a little kickstand. Inhale here to lengthen crown of the head to the sky. And as you exhale, twist to the right from the belly, the ribs, the shoulders. And then the gaze will come over the right shoulder. And turning the head, shoulders, ribs, belly to center. Hug the legs with the right arm, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist left, belly, ribs, shoulders, and the gaze comes over the left shoulder. Turning head, shoulders, ribs, belly to center. Beautiful. From here, make your way onto your back. Hugging the knees in towards the chest, giving them a squeeze. And from here, we'll come into a happy baby. So lifting feet up towards the sky, taking hold of inside or outside edges of the feet, and coming into a gentle rock side to side. And from here, if there are any other final movements that your body is craving before finding stillness in Shavasana, please feel free to take whatever that is. You can hit pause on the video. And when you're ready for Shavasana, meet me here. Extending the legs, long feet, as wide as your mat, maybe wider. The arms will be by the sides of the body with the palms turned up towards the sky. Go ahead and press down into the elbows, the forearms a little bit, kind of press down into the head a little bit too, and allow the shoulder blades to come back and down, and then rest the body on the earth. So finding that opening, like an open chest, open heart space for your Shavasana. Take a big breath in, fill up the belly, and then open the mouth and let it go. Allowing your breath to move on its own rhythm, in and out. And feeling your body get heavy here, fully supported by the earth beneath you. Bringing your new moon intention back to mind. And saying it silently to yourself 3 times as you drift off into your Shavasana. And if you have more time to stay in Shavasana, please stay. And otherwise, begin to bring some gentle movement into fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. And extend the arms long overhead and take a nice long stretch. Bring soles of your feet flat onto your mat and turn onto the side of your choice. Using the top hand to help press you up, make your way into a comfortable seat. Sitting up tall, rooting down through your sitting bones, crown of the head reaching skyward. And bringing the palms to touch at heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you here in practice today. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me here today, my friends. I'll meet you right back here on the mat next time.